All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Bodybuilding News Network. As always, I am your host, Saunch, and let's go ahead and talk about Nick Walker. Now, nothing crazy has happened, but I wanted to look at potentially the conversation of if Nick Walker is improving or not improving. And this is going to be our first installment of a new series. I haven't really decided what I'm going to call it yet, but I wanted to look at Nick Walker's comparisons, his physique evolution over the last give or take half decade. We're going to start in 2017 and we're going to work our way all the way up to the 2021 Mr. Olympia, where he placed fifth in his Olympia debut. So just a little backstory on him. Now, Nick Walker, he was always like one of those NPC level guys where he was placing in that first call out for a few years. I think all the way back to 2017, he was in the conversation of like, hey, this guy is going to be a pro. And then as we can kind of look at this little graph I put together for you guys, I thought that the biggest criticism Nick Walker has is his front lat spread. And I think there's a lot of evidence to back that up, as he doesn't really have any contest photos of him hitting a conventional front lat spread except for the 2021 Mr. Olympia and the Arnold Classic. There was one at the Chicago as well, but anything prior than 2020, Nick did not have that shot. He did not do it during his routines. I'm sure you could snippet it from his comparison videos or comparison shots. I can do that if you guys are interested in seeing that later on in another video. But when we look at Nick Walker's physique, I thought that the biggest criticism was the front lat spread and specifically the midsection. And you can clearly see from 2017, he had a very streamlined midsection with an appropriate amount of muscle. Honestly, guys, I think that he's made a lot of muscle growth in the last half decade. In the legs, in the shins, the veins have grown considerably. I think the chest department and even the arms, shoulders, everything has grown to include the midsection. And honestly, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that's just something you're going to see a lot in the competitive sport of bodybuilding is people's midsections grow as their physique grows. The midsection, the obliques, the abdominals, the supporting muscles inside the abdominal wall, all that stuff is muscle. It's I don't know if androgenic is the right word, but it has a possibility for it to grow when you're building muscle, and that's something that can grow with it. Now, there's going to be people like Rafael Brandeo, and then the Russian classic physique guy. I know people have had interesting strategies to keep the midsection small. More notably, Rolly Winkler has done a lot of different strategies to keep the midsection dialed in and controlled. Things like practicing vacuum posing in the morning, like Rich Piana used to always talk about, or using a waist trainer like Santi Aragon. He has a company, Paragon, I think it's called. Free plug there, I guess. But, there's a lot of different techniques and ways that you can work on controlling your midsection. And I think that although Nick, it's tapered and I think it looks aesthetic, there's definitely room for him to make improvements, especially when he's relaxed and doing his transitions. I think that that's a big spot where you're going to notice it the most. I would say with the front shots, he looks pretty good. I like what I'm seeing here. Even with the extended, more of like the vacuum shot in the front double, I didn't mind that as well either. But it's just a good shot. Very conditioned, very separated, great muscle bellies. I would say on the side shots, some of the side shots are a little bit not as perfect as, say, his front or his back. And I think that's a place that's going to have a lot of potential for improvement. Again, I think Nick's going to be an Olympian, or at least a Mr. Olympian, in half a decade max. But just such an amazing physique, such a cool guy to listen to. I know he's going to be on Fuad's podcast more frequently now that the Olympia is done, and he's going to have that whole year off to prepare. But look forward to that. If you guys enjoyed this style of content, I can make it a little bit more interactive. I can put a little bit more slides up for you to compare and contrast. But I have like 15 different videos for this series that I've been thinking about. So if you enjoy this style of content, leave a like. Let me know who you'd like to see next. We're probably going to do Cedric McMillan next because he's going to be competing at that the KO Egypt show in like 5 days, so stay tuned for that, and a complete scorecard breakdown, of course, of the Open and the 212 on this channel. I'm your host, Saunch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next.